Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about a topic that many English learners find confusing, but after this video, it will be much clearer for you. Today, we are going to look at the present perfect simple, the present perfect continuous, and also the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. We'll also learn how to use words like for, since, already, yet, and just. Let's get started. First, present perfect simple. The structure is have, has, plus past participle of the verb. And we use the present perfect simple to talk about, number one, how long current situations have existed. Number two, experiences which happened at an unstated time in the past. Number three, to talk about actions that have an effect on the present. Number four, we often announce news in the present perfect. And number five, with non-action verbs, we use present perfect to talk about situations that started in the past and have continued to the present. All right, these are the uses of present perfect simple. Next, I will go through each use of the present perfect simple one by one, explain it with examples, and make it easy to understand. Number one, how long current situations have existed. When something started in the past and is still true now, we often use the present perfect simple to say how long it has existed. For example, we have known each other for a long time. It means we met in the past and we still know each other now. The next example, I have lived here for 10 years. It means I started living here 10 years ago and I still live here now. So how long did the situation exist? For 10 years. Next, my dad has worked at this company since 2020. It means my dad started in 2020 and he still works there. So how long? Since 2020. I have had this MP3 player since May. It means I got the MP3 player in May and I still have it now. So how long do I have this MP3 player? Since May. I've been at this school for 6 years. It means I started studying at this school 6 years ago and I am still there now. Number two, experiences which happened at an unstated time in the past. The exact time is not mentioned and is not important. We use it often with ever or never. We use the present perfect simple for past experiences if we don't say when they happened. If we say when they happened, like 5 minutes ago, yesterday, last week, etc., we use the past simple. For example, I watched Netflix a few times. I watched 6 episodes of The Crown last week. So in the present perfect simple, the action happened at an unspecified time in the past. The time isn't important and we are focusing on the experience. Look at these examples. Have you ever eaten crocodile meat? So we are focusing on the experience and the time is not specified. She has never been abroad. She doesn't have this experience. Have you ever been flying in a plane when it is hit turbulence? Do you have this experience? Our focus is on the experience. I've used Netflix, but I haven't used Amazon Prime. Have you ever watched a foreign TV series? Do you have this experience? She's never liked quiz shows. My sister has met Brad Pitt. Have you ever broken a bone? I've never seen him before. Number 3, we use the present perfect simple to talk about actions that have an effect on the present. For finished actions, when no time is specified, which have present results. The present perfect expresses a past action that has a clear present result. The action is usually in recent past. So in this use, we have past events that are connected with present. For example, my computer's crashed, or my computer has crashed. The present effect is that I can't turn it on. Look, it has started snowing. The present result is we can't play football. Because it is snowing, we can't play football. The taxi hasn't arrived yet. The result, the present result is that we are still waiting for it. What have you done to your lip? The present effect is it's bleeding. I haven't finished my homework, so I can't go out. The present result is I can't go out. I have lost my watch. Have you seen it? The present effect is I don't have a watch now. Jane has already done her homework. Here it is. The present result is the homework that you can see. Number 4, we often announce news in the present perfect. We use the present perfect simple to give news. To talk about recent events, we also use the present perfect simple. If something has happened very recently, we often use just. So we use the present perfect to give news when we do not say exactly when the events happened, or we use it to talk about recent events. Look at these examples. Have you heard the Prime Minister has resigned? The exact time is not clear, but we are giving a piece of news. Guess what? I've passed my exam. This is a recent event. The exact time again is not clear. Susan's had her baby. Susan has had her baby. Recent event. Pete has passed all his exams. Recent event. I don't believe it. We have won 500 on the lottery. Recent event. He has just sent me a text. I'll tell you what it says. Again, recent event. The government has announced a new policy. The exact time is not important in the sentence. The focus is on what has happened and its result now. So this is a piece of news. We use present perfect, especially in headlines. If we want to give details, we can use past simple in the news story. But in headlines, we usually use present perfect simple. Scientists have discovered a new planet. So news, new information. Police have arrested 3 suspects. A famous actor has died at the age of 82. News. A powerful earthquake has hit southern Turkey. News again. Researchers have found a cure for a rare disease. New information, news. The president has just arrived in Paris. The company has already released a statement. Rescue teams have saved many people so far. Number 5, we can use the present perfect simple, especially with non-action verbs, to talk about situations that are started in the past and have continued to the present. We don't use the present simple or the present continuous, for example, to talk about an event or situation that began in the past and continues up to now. We use for with a period of time and since with a point in time. Look at these examples. I've lived here for 3 months. Not I live here for 3 months or I am living here for 3 months. The verb live is non-action. Living here started 3 months ago and I am still living here. Sally's known him for 20 years. Know is a non-action verb and I still know him. We have only had a smart TV since last month. Have is a non-action verb and I still have that smart TV. We can use phrases with all to express a period of time. For example, all my life, all day, all year, etc. We don't use for with all. Look at this example. I've been here all day, not I've been here for all day. This is wrong. I've been out all morning. Present perfect continuous, the structure is have, has, been, and the verb plus ing. We use the present perfect continuous to talk about number 1, an action that began in the past and continues up to the present. Number 2, an action which started in the past and lasted for some time. The result of the action is visible in the present. Number 3, for repeated actions, especially with a time expression like all day, recently. Also with action verbs for repeated actions that started in the past and have continued till now. All right, let me explain each use with some examples. Number 1, an action that began in the past and continues up to the present. With action verbs, for example, run, listen, study, cook, to say that an action started in the past and is still happening now, unfinished actions. This use is common with expressions like how long, for, or since, all day, all evening, etc. Look at these examples. I've been working for this company since 2002. The action started in the past in 2002 and this is still true now. So the starting point is 2002. The focus is duration and continuity, and the person still works there. Don't forget that working is an action verb. How long have you been waiting to see the doctor? The person is still waiting now. How long signals present perfect continuous very naturally, and waiting is an action verb. The next example, he has been messaging his girlfriend all evening. The activity started earlier today and has continued repeatedly until now. The emphasis is on ongoing activity, maybe frequent messaging. He was, frequently messaging his girlfriend, and message as a verb is an action verb. Next example. I've been studying English for 5 years. The action started 5 years ago. Still studying now. The person is still studying now, and the studying is an action verb. She has been cooking since early morning. Cooking began early today and continues. Cooking is an action verb. They have been building a new bridge for months. This is long, unfinished project, still in progress, and building is an action verb. The next example, we have been talking about this problem all week. This is a repeated discussion over a continuing time period all week. And talking is an action verb. The next example, the kids have been playing outside since lunch. The action began after lunch and hasn't stopped yet. And play is an action. Playing is an action verb. Next, I've been trying to call you for 2 hours. Repeated attempts that continue up to now. And try is an action verb. It's been raining, or it has been raining all day. So the weather started earlier, it's still raining now, and rain is an action verb. She's been practicing the piano since she got home. Practice began at a specific past moment and continues. Practicing is an action verb. Number 2, we also use present perfect continuous for an action which started in the past and lasted for some time. The result of the action is visible in the present. We use the present perfect continuous for continuous actions which have visible results in the present. In other words, for continuous actions which have just finished but which have present results. Look at these examples. You look tired, A says. B answers, I've been working in the garden. Action is working in the garden. It recently finished. Present result, the person looks tired. We can see it now. And the focus is a reason for the current condition. He looks tired because he has been working in the garden. The next example, A says, you are covered in paint. B says, yes, I've been decorating the kitchen all day. Action is decorating. Present result is paint on the body or the clothes of the person. And the visible evidence explains what happened. David has been playing tennis, so he's really tired. Action, playing tennis recently. Present result, he's tired now. And we use present perfect continuous to explain the cause of his current state. I've been shopping all morning. I'm exhausted. The action is long shopping activity. The present result is exhaustion now and shows physical effect after the activity. My shoes are filthy. I've been working in the garden. The action is gardening. The present result is dirty shoes is it's visible evidence, and the speaker explains why something looks the way it does now. The next example, my hands are dirty. Have you been fixing the car? Sorry, your hands are dirty. Have you been fixing the car? The result is dirty hands, visible now. Her eyes are red. She has been crying. The result is red eyes. And red eyes show the recent action, and that is the result of the action. The floor is wet. Someone has been cleaning it. The result is wet floor, wet floor, which remains after the action. He is out of breath because he has been running. The result is heavy breathing now. I can smell smoke. Have you been cooking? The result, smell still present. So we can smell something. Their clothes are muddy. They've been playing football. The result is muddy clothes visible now. The table is messy. The kids have been doing crafts. The result, mess shows the recent activity. Number 3, for repeated actions, especially with a time expression, for example, all day, recently. We use the present perfect continuous with action verbs for repeated actions that started in the past and have continued till now. We often use time expressions like recently and lately. Examples. I haven't been sleeping well recently. Action repeated over a period of recent time. Not just one night, many nights the person hasn't been sleeping. And the word recently shows ongoing, repeated experience up to now. Number 2, it's been raining all day. Rain happens continuously or repeatedly during today. It has started earlier today and continues now. The focus is duration plus repeated continuous action. The next example, I've been going to the gym 3 times a week for the past few years. It's a regular, repeated habit. Started in the past. Going to the gym started in the past. Still happening now, and the person goes to the gym 3 times a week. So this is a repeated pattern. She has been trying to eat healthier meals recently. This is a repeated attempt. These are repeated attempts, not just once. And recently, it happened recently. And the word recently shows ongoing effort up to now. Next, they have been practicing yoga every morning since January. This is practicing yoga is a regular repeated action. It started in January and continues today. So every morning here shows a clear repetition. He has been cutting down on sugar to improve his health. So this is an ongoing repeated behavior change, cutting down on sugar. Not one action, many daily choices over time. The next example, I've been calling her every day this week. So we've got repeated daily action continuing now. We have been meeting online a lot lately. Repeated meetings in recent time. She has been waking up early recently. Again, repeated habit change. They have been watching documentaries every weekend. This is a regular repeated activity. He has been working late a lot this month. This is a repeated pattern over a time period. I've been practicing English with my students more lately. Repeated teaching practice. The kids have been asking many questions recently. Repeated behavior over recent days. We have been ordering takeaway too often lately. Repeated action with frequency emphasis. So too often, frequency emphasis. She has been checking her phone every few minutes today. Repeated short actions. Checking her phone is repeated short actions for over a time period today. I've been rereading my notes before every lesson recently. And again, this is a repeated preparation habit. All right, let me give you a tiny but powerful point about present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous for repeated actions focuses on frequency, habits developing, and temporary routines. Let me compare two sentences. In the first sentence, I've gone to the gym 3 times this week. Number of completed actions are clear for us 3 times. So we use present perfect simple. In the second example, I've been going to the gym regularly lately. We have got a repeated pattern, regularly, lately. So we use present perfect continuous. Be careful. With non-action verbs, we use the present perfect simple. For example, I've known them for 10 years, not I've been knowing them for 10 years. Present perfect simple versus present perfect continuous. Let's compare these two tenses. Number 1, core difference. Present perfect simple focuses on result, completion, number, and experience. The action is completed or the result is important. We emphasize what has been achieved. Often sounds more permanent or factual. For example, I've painted the kitchen. It looks fantastic. The result is important here. I've finished my homework. The completion of the action is important. She has visited Paris 3 times. The experience. We have built a new website. This is a completed action, and maybe the result is important also. And I've lost my passport. The result is maybe I cannot travel abroad anymore. Present perfect continuous, on the other hand, focuses on activity, duration, repetition, and process. The action started in the past, it is still continuing, or has just finished. Often temporary actions. We emphasize the activity itself. For example, I've been painting the kitchen. That's why I've got paint in my hair. I've been working all day. She has been studying 4 hours. They have been arguing recently, and he has been calling me every day. Number 2, result versus activity. In present perfect simple, the final result or purpose is important. For example, we have made chicken soup. So the result is that the soup is ready, the final result. In continuous, present perfect continuous, the side effect or visible evidence is important. For example, we have been making chicken soup. The kitchen is hot and messy. So this is the visible evidence and side effect. Some more examples. I've cleaned the room. So the final result is that it is clean. I've been cleaning the room. The visible evidence or the side effect is that I am tired. Number 3, permanent versus temporary situations. Present perfect continuous focuses on temporary action. For example, I've been living with a host family for 6 weeks. She has been working from home recently. But present perfect simple focuses on permanent, long-term action. For example, the family have lived in this castle for centuries. I've worked here since 1997, and they have owned that house for years. Number 4, numbers and quantity rule. If you mention a final number, use the present perfect simple. For example, I have read 10 chapters. She has eaten 10 biscuits. He has called 4 times. We have watched 3 episodes. But I've been reading all day. We do not mention any final number. She has been eating since she arrived. Number 5, long duration verbs often are in present perfect continuous. For example, the verbs like wait, work, play, try, learn, rain, study, practice, teach. Let me give you some examples with these verbs. It has been raining all day. Long duration, like we call these verbs long duration verbs. I've been learning English for 3 years. She has been waiting for hours. We have been working since morning. They have been practicing every day. Number 6, short instant verbs usually are in present perfect simple. Verbs like find, start, buy, lose, break, stop, die, decide, cut and arrive. For example, I've lost my passport. She has broken her arm. Have you started yet? I've bought a new laptop. He has decided to leave. But repeated actions can use the present perfect continuous with these verbs. For example, I've been losing things lately. Not just one time, maybe several times. He or she has lost his passport, keys, wallet, etc. I've been cutting wood all morning. Number 7, time expressions and questions. In present perfect continuous, we use how long, for, since, all day, lately, recently. For example, how long have you been waiting? I've been studying since morning. It has been raining lately. She has been working all day. In simple, present perfect simple, we use how many, how much, how often, a number of times. For example, how many books have you read? How often have you worn this suit? How many lessons have you had? How many countries have you visited? Number 8, action versus non-action verbs. Some verbs change meaning. When they are action, we use present perfect continuous. For example, she has been having piano lessons. I've been seeing a doctor. We have been thinking about your ideas. So in these three examples, the verbs have, see, and think are action verbs. But when they are non-action verbs, we use the present perfect simple, like these examples. They have had that car for 10 years. Have here means own, and it's a non-action verb. I've known Tony for 5 years. She has believed that story for years. Number 9, finished or not finished. Continuous, present perfect continuous, does not always show completion. For example, I am tired because I have been working. I've been swimming. I've been running. She has been studying all evening. Number 10, activity versus result pairs. Very useful. This point is very useful for you. I've been cooking. I've cooked dinner. In the first example, I've been cooking. The activity, process, and duration is important. You look tired. Maybe the food is not finished yet, but it could be. And the experience of cooking is important. In the second example, I've cooked dinner. The result is important. The result is that the dinner is ready and the action is finished. The next example, she has been writing emails. She has written 10 emails. We have been decorating. We've decorated the house. I've been fixing the car. I fixed the car. They have been building a bridge. They have built a bridge. Number 11, common students' errors. Do not say, I work here since 1997. You must say, I have worked here since 1997. Don't say, I have been knowing him. Say, I have known him. Don't say, he has been calling 4 times. Say, he has called 4 times. Don't say, it's raining recently. Say, it has been raining recently. And do not say, are you waiting long? Say, have you been waiting long? Number 12, some extra useful examples. In present perfect continuous, I've been preparing lessons all morning. She has been practicing speaking a lot lately. They have been traveling around Europe. He has been working late recently. We have been discussing this issue for years, for weeks. The kids have been playing outside all afternoon. I've been revising for my exam. She has been trying to call you. They have been renovating their house. And I've been reading English articles every day. Present perfect simple. I've completed the report. She has passed the exam. We have chosen a new topic. I've watched that movie twice. They have finished the project. He has written 3 books. I've learned many new words. She has opened her new business. We have solved the problem. I've already sent the email. All right, let's talk about yet, already, and just a little bit. We use yet and already with the present perfect when referring to the past. We use the present perfect simple with already to say that something has happened sometimes earlier than expected. The word expected is important here. In simple words, you think it hasn't happened, but it hasn't happened yet, but the fact is it has happened. Yet, on the other hand, the word yet means something hasn't happened, but you think it has happened. Already means before now or before a particular time. Something has happened too soon or before the expected time. It is used to emphasize that something has happened or a situation has started to exist. Already is also used in questions to show surprise that something has happened sooner than expected. For example, have you been there already? Yet is used to say that something has not happened or a situation has not started to exist, or to ask if something has happened. It talks about whether something that was expected has happened. We use already with affirmative sentences. It goes before the past participle form or at the end of the sentence. We use yet in negative and interrogative sentences, and it goes at the end of the sentence. We use the present perfect simple with yet to ask if something has happened or to say that it hasn't happened, but that it will. Look at these examples. She has already left or she has left already. This action is finished sooner than expected. She left before now. Maybe you are surprised or you thought she was still there. Have you started painting the kitchen? Yes, and I have already finished it. The design of the new house is similar to those that have already been built. So it is before now or before a particular time. I haven't talked to her yet. I'm going to call her later. So this action is expected but not happened. The meaning is until now, I did not talk to her, but there was an expectation. The speaker here means I know it should happen. The next example. Have you eaten yet? The meaning of this sentence is up to now, has it happened or not? There is usually a small hidden feeling. I think maybe you haven't eaten, or I am checking because it's time and it is important. I haven't asked him yet, but I will. Have you seen him yet? Has Edmund arrived yet? He has already published 2 novels. I've already told you 3 times. Has Jake finished his homework yet? Yes, he has already finished it. Has Sam eaten yet? No, he hasn't eaten yet. She's some great ideas for her book, but she hasn't written it yet. I've already bought the tickets. We can go inside. I've been to the gym 3 times already this week. Have you read the book yet? Have you already read the book? I've already read the book. I have read the book already. I haven't read the book yet. I haven't yet read the book. I haven't seen that movie yet. Don't cook anything. She has already eaten lunch. They have already completed the project. We use just to mean only or a second ago. It is usually put before the past participle. For example, I've just finished my lunch. Have you just arrived? I've just phoned for an ambulance, but it hasn't arrived yet. I've just finished my homework. Have you just eaten? Have you heard the president has just resigned? I've just seen Susan coming out of the cinema. Mike's just called. Can you ring him back, please? I've just arrived home. He has just called me. Negative questions like haven't you and yet often express surprise and criticism using haven't you and yet. For example, have or haven't you started work yet? Haven't you eaten yet? Haven't you traveled there yet? It's time to talk about for and since. We use present perfect with for or since to say how long a situation has existed. We use for with a period of time or since to say when the action started. For example, we've been in Spain for a week. We have been in Spain since Tuesday. She has studied English for a long time. I've been learning the saxophone since 2012. I've known Eva for years. She's lived here since 2000. I've lived in London since I was little. My dad has been teaching English for years. I've loved Persian food since I went to Tehran. I've been living here since 2009. I haven't seen Tom since Monday. Sally has been working here since April. She has taught French for 17 years. We have worked at this school for a long time. Alice has been married for 3 months. She has lived in Tehran since 2023 for 3 years. Our next topic is present perfect and superlative adjective. We use present perfect with superlatives and the first, second, last time, etc. For example, it's the best book I've ever read. It's the biggest mistake I have ever made. This is the first time I have been to Iran. This is the worst film I have ever seen. That's one of the best goals I've ever seen. That was the most interesting book I have ever read. Persian kebab is the tastiest food I have ever tried. This hill is the most spectacular place I've ever been to. All right, let's talk about the difference between been and gone in the present perfect. We use both been and gone as the past participle of the verb go. We use been when somebody has returned. We use gone when somebody hasn't returned. For example, John has been shopping. It means he went shopping, but he's there now. John has gone shopping on the other hand means he went shopping and he's still at the shops. We use how long and the present perfect to ask how long a situation has continued up to the present. How long have you lived in London? Since 2001. She has been to Spain at some time in her life. She has gone to Spain and she's there now. Our last topic is the difference between present perfect and past simple, especially present perfect simple and past simple. We use both the past simple and the present perfect simple to talk about finished actions. We use the past simple to talk about completed events at a definite time in the past. The events have no connection with the present. This point is very important. Something happened in past, but it has no connection with the present. We use the present perfect to talk about past events that have a connection with the present. So something happened in the past, but it has a connection with the present. We often use finished time expressions with the past simple. For example, yesterday, 3 months ago, last week, in 1999. But unfinished time expressions with the present perfect. For example, for, since, already, just, yet. Look at these examples. I visited the USA last year. So the time is, it happened at a definite time in the past. Last year, I went to Paris in 2006. I haven't been to Paris yet. But this action has got a connection with the present time. She has been there since Tuesday. I visited my aunt last week. We often use the past simple when we ask for or give more details following a have you ever question. For example, have you ever been to pop concert? Yes, I have. I went to a Blue concert last year, because we are giving further details. That's why we are using past tense in our answer. We use the present perfect when we think a situation has not ended, and the past simple when we think the situation ended. For example, I have lived in London for a year. She has known him since school. Has Jason been ill? I lived in London for a year. She knew him in school. Was Jason ill? We use the present perfect with time expressions for a period up to now. For example, lately, so far. We use the past simple with time expressions for a period that ended earlier. For example, last night, yesterday, etc. Look at these examples. Have you seen any good films lately? So far, the new teacher hasn't given us any homework. Did you see that film last night? I didn't do the homework yesterday. Not, have you seen that film last night? I haven't done the homework yesterday. These are wrong. We use the present perfect when we are talking about actions up to the present which might happen again, and the past simple for actions which we don't think will happen again. She has written 2 bestsellers, and we hope his next book will do well. So what does it mean? When we say she has written 2 bestsellers, it means the action might happen again. He has been on TV, he's famous. He has often had health problems. But when we say she wrote several books of poetry in the last years of her life, we don't think this action will happen again, right? We don't think she will write another book in the future. She was a teacher in Zambia. She has 3 children. In clauses beginning with after, as soon as, and when, we can use the present perfect for completed actions in the future and the past simple for completed actions in the past. For example, after or as soon as or when he has made his copies, I will do mine. It means he hasn't made his copies yet. Neither have I. As soon as he made his copies, I did mine. He made his copies first, then I made mine. Look at this table and compare present perfect simple and past simple. I've lived in Texas for 6 years, so it means I still live there. I lived in Texas for 6 years. Now I live somewhere else. I've written several books. It means I can still write some more. Shakespeare wrote 30 plays. He can't write anymore. In present perfect, we use for a long time. In past simple, yesterday. I have done it since July. In past simple, last week. Before, 2 days ago. Recently, I did it at 8 o'clock. I have already done it in 1987. I haven't done it yet for a long time. Be careful with this morning and this afternoon, or etc. For example, have you seen Amy this morning? It means it is still morning. Did you see Amy this morning? It's the afternoon or evening now. All right, everyone, we are done with present perfect. If you found this video useful, I'd be grateful if you like it, leave a comment below this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more grammar videos. See you in the next clip. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.